Well, let's bring in Ray Sharawara, who is the Executive Board Member of the Australian Hotels Association. We've spoken to him before, owner of the Shamrock in Bendigo, but also the Magpie and Stump in Wandong, which is in the Mitchell Shire. So you've seen a lot in the way of restrictions, Ray, but you've been able to open up earlier than the metropolitan colleagues of yours have. What's the experience been like in the last few weeks?
Yes, Warwick, it's actually been fantastic, to be honest. We get all moan and groan that it's not enough and we're not going to make money. But look, the excitement that I hear in Rochelle's voice and the excitement I hear in everybody in that hotel is just, look, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And look, we're open. We're open. We've got a bit more. Obviously, we've got 70 outside and 4 lots of 10 inside now, which is, I don't know who makes up those rules, but we're happy to take it. We're not complaining. We're not moaning and groaning. We want to get on with it. It's been great. Pubs will all have to work out their own ways to handle, the 10-10 and in country Victoria.
Is that each venue has to find their own way to make it work, obviously within the rules, but what I'm interested in finding out from you today is that, like, I'm here in a Melbourne venue in the heart of the CBD, in Richmond, and, they open their doors to customers for the first time. They're going to have to find their own teething problems and figure out what works and what doesn't. What has regional Victoria, I guess, already sussed out that we can pass on to venue owners, to cafe owners, to publicans in Melbourne?
Look, the scrutinising of the customers is very important. We've noticed that. Look, we've had people trying to break the rules. So, it's hard to believe, but they are doing it. There's not many, but you only need one, as we know, and the thing can snowball. So that's number one. Make sure that look. We're calling pubs COVID-safe venues because we know how to do it right. So follow the rules strictly. Make sure your staff know what to do. Make sure that we have all the contacts that are in our hotel. We've got the records correctly, so if something does go wrong, we can act very quickly. Because going forwards, we're not going to eliminate this. We're going to have to suppress this. So that's number one. Number two, get as many of the staff back as you can. Obviously, the business will come. As soon as we were able to open with C50 and the 10 and 10, which is what Melbourne has got today, it was sensational. So make sure your staff are on the ball with all of that. And you've got stock is another major drama. We ran out of stock. We were just overwhelmed by the amount of money people wanted to spend in a hurry. And so that was good. So, look, it is good. But look, if you haven't got the ability to put the people outside, do anything you can and get your council involved. Get a marquee up, get it on the footpath, get it wherever you can, and do it quickly. The councils will now give you a fast track to get all that set up. 50 outside in a marquee or on a footpath or in a car park or something is better than nothing. And that's worked as well for us. People love it. People will do the right thing. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Rochelle. There's a lot of cheering.
This is a big moment. What's just arrived, boys? What's out the front?
The beer truck's arrived. We've got our keys. Very excited. We got beer back.
Oh, lovely. Can I just add one more thing?
Yeah, go for it, Ray.
Just in terms of the impact of Melbourne opening up on regional Victoria, our phones absolutely went red hot the moment we were told that Melbourne would be able to leave Melbourne and travel to regional Victoria on the 8th of November. We're an accommodation venue in Bendigo with the Hotel Shamrock, and the phone has just gone mad, and people are coming. So it just gives you an idea. People want to get out. They want to get out. And regional Victoria is where they can go now. So I emphasise to regional Victoria places that have got accommodation. You're going to get, if you haven't already got them, you're going to get lots of phone calls. So be ready for that as well. It's fantastic. And that obviously brings money into their community as well. Food, beverage, the whole works. So all good.
That's interesting, Ray, because yesterday, Warwick and I were talking about that and we felt like there was some trepidation from people as to whether or not they should go, if they could afford to go, if they were going to be welcome. And it's really individual, isn't it? So to know that your phones have been ringing hot, that's fantastic news. I mean, have you felt like some people are concerned about whether or not they will be welcome to return? Because there was a period where regional Victoria did want Melbourne people to stay away.
I hear that, and I'm still hearing a little bit of that. Look, that is a concern on many people's minds, and the regional Victorians saying, don't let people come from Melbourne. Now, look, Melbourne has done the right thing here. They've been asked to do it. They've done it. I think the government has got their act together now as well. I'm now getting confident of the contact, the tracing of people. which I think probably wasn't working well. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. Mistakes were made, but so I think if people have got confidence in the system and the testing system is going to be there if we need it. For example, the Shepparton outbreak, send the people in immediately. I thought they were a bit slow getting them in there, but they should be on the ball now, the government. So send in the teams immediately. There's an outbreak. Let's say there was an outbreak in our pub. We need people there immediately to get and to chase all those people up to make sure that we know what we've done, clean the place and get going again. I think that's the future. It's the COVID future. We're just going to have to learn how to suppress it and how to live with it and do the best we can and don't let it get out of control again.
And getting people to show their licence and take details of everybody who is eating at your venue, I'd imagine it's an extra burden for a pub to do something. But does that give you greater confidence that by doing the right thing you can keep a handle on any future spreads, or if anything does go through a community where one of your pubs is?
Well, look, there's no doubt. There's no doubt if you've got all the details and the correct details that people haven't told you untruths. And, look, there's a bit of that can go on, and especially with the QR code. I mean, you type in your own information there and, you trust that the people have done the right thing. So, look, there's a bit of that. We've got to act as a bit of a policeman in that regard. And I think it's in our interest to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Writing down the right details, making sure that there's any suspicious person there that's not doing the right thing. We've got their details and we can fix that up immediately. It's important. Everyone must do the right thing here. They must.
Did your staff come back, Ray?
Okay, well, we're in a similar position as I heard the other guy saying before, the other publican. Between the two pubs, I think I had about 85 people. I'm down to, between the two hotels, about 35 people as we speak today. So we've lost all those people that were not on JobKeeper, and we've lost a lot who were on JobKeeper, who have gone on because the $7.50 a week and $5.50 a week was not enough for them. And that's fair. And now we've got to get them back, yeah. And we've kept in contact with a lot of them, but a lot of them I know have gone on and got other jobs. So that's going to be another challenge if we can open up a lot more of our businesses. And let's say we can get up to where New South Wales is 300 per venue, with the 4 square metre rule in place and 2 square metre outside. If that happened overnight, I wouldn't be able to open. I wouldn't have the staff. So that's going to be a problem. But we're working on it now. We've already placed ads on our social media sites asking for people to come in for interviews. So you must prepare for it.
And I suppose just with your hat on as a member of the Australian Hotel Association as well, what does even opening up to this level do to the economy of the industry that you serve?
Righto. Well, it's very easy to work that out. We've got 1,450 hotels in Victoria, which I presume most would be open today. Some still will not be. We employ 52,000 people in those hotels. Now, that is an enormous amount of money, and there's quite a few. I think it's around $4 billion of revenues generated through our businesses. So for the months of July, August and September, I did a survey in Bendigo of about 13 hotels. They gave us their figures, and they were trading at 77% below what they were last year for those 3 months. So you can see if we can get back those people, the people back into our hotels and re-employ all those people, the amount of dollars that it brings back to our communities, it's massive. It's just massive. So yes, it's going to be good. The sooner we get going, with full capacity, the better. So that's the next step, I suppose. We've got to get through this first day.
Ray, thank you as always for joining us, and it is really baby steps, and it's nice to know because regional Victoria has taken those steps a little more than we have in Melbourne. So Ray, thanks for your time.